What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? James, ReadOptionAgency.com. 21 years selling on the eBay. And I've got this morning's stuff pulled. So, we're going to go over what happened yesterday on eBay. And we are going to talk a little bit about increasing postage prices. Since it is a 2-time-a-year thing now for the past several years, will it ever stop? So, let's get into what happened yesterday. So, I'm sure you saw my video yesterday. It kind of blew up. For my videos, it blew up. So you saw what the issues that have been told. So we're not going to worry about that in this video. So as if you remember yesterday morning's video, at 8 a.m. I only had $16. So I knew I wasn't going to have my $1,000 day because they took $100 to $200 away from me overnight. So when that happens, I know I'm going to be in the 700s. And that's exactly, I think, what happened. Because it really slowed down. Petered down. So yeah, I only made it to $711.62 yesterday. So, choke on some saliva there. So if they wouldn't have took that 100 to 200 away from me, I would have been in my $800 to $1,000 bracket that I know I should be. So, at least I can still predict what's happening. So, that's at least positive. We are at 9:26 a.m. You know, by 10, I like to be 150 to 250. Yesterday, I was only at $16 at 8. But, so I'm at 191 at 9:26. So, I'm about halfway in my halfway happy bracket, but still got 34 minutes to go. So, and I think I just saw a pop-up, so that number might spike just a tad also. Also, I noticed my organics yesterday was down. Again, I only got 11 organics yesterday. 11 organic sales, 39 promoted, making only 50 items sold. If I would have sold some overnight when it was shut down, would have been closer to my 60 plus number. So there was a shutdown last night, it appeared, but it was a lot earlier. It was like my time was like 10:30 to 2:30. So it would have been 8:30 to 12:30 on eBay's time. So that's kind of why it turned back on at 2:30, and then I had sales at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So I started having my normal hourly sales after that. So when you don't get no sales from 10:30 to 2:30, but yet you get them at, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. What I did notice was a little different. So today I've got 14 items sold so far, 4 organic, 10 promoted. But what I have noticed is my impressions have dropped in the top 20 slot impressions and the rest of slot impressions. So I'm down to 0.09% in the top 20 and down 2.2 in the other ones. And I'm still down in the non-search impressions, so I'm not sure. And it looks like my numbers are still showing about the same, about 1.4 million to 1.6 million impressions. So page views are up almost 1%. And I did notice too that with this weekend thing, my sell-through rate has jumped up. Now, ever since I've been paying attention to sell-through rate, I'm at usually 2% or less. I was up over 3% sell-through rate. And I don't remember where I saw it at. Where are you at? Should be under sales, right? I don't remember where I saw that. Anyway, total sales are up 5.5. Net sales are up 6.4. So it's good to see net sales up more than total sales. And I think that has to do with the fact of my promotions, using that flexible thing that they use instead of a fixed price one, because I'm having stuff sell at 9%, 10% instead of everything at 15%. So I think that's what's putting more money in my pocket at the end of the day. Yes, so now I'm at $200, $201 at 9:30. So we're on track today, so that's good. Hopefully it keeps going. And I'm still on a working properly website. There's another sale. Buyer just paid $24. So that should make my $250 by 10. It's looking like, so knock on something. So that's good. So let's get into and then we'll talk about shipping. Well, with the shipping increase that's coming, thankfully this time it's only letters and postcards. So not going to affect me in any way, except I bought some postcard mailers. So that's going from 63 to 60 cents, 66. So I'm guessing eBay will probably raise theirs. I don't know. I don't know if that's a factor or not, but because I was looking at some, I've got tons and tons of sports card, a lot of low dollar sports cards. So I was kind of just looking into how to move them. And I see a lot of people with like $1.49, $1.99 free shipping. And I know it's 63 cents. The mailers, the things, cheapest I found in a quick search was like 30 cents a piece. But this is more just a test run to try to get used to it. So I wasn't concerned about the money. I mean, I wouldn't like to pay over 10 cents for those. So if I get them from Uline, I can probably get them a lot cheaper. But I didn't want to buy a bulk. Just wanted to buy about 100. So I've got all these sports cards. So I'm trying to see how I'm working the numbers going, it's really not worth my time to put up a sports card and only make, what was it? It was like 75 cents to $1 on them, when I could put up cassettes that I have a ton of, and I can do that a little bit quicker, and I at least make $2 per cassette on the low dollar cassettes. But my cassette average is usually a lot higher than $2, the low dollar ones. So right now it doesn't make sense to me, but what I know, you can put up to 5 cards in one of those mailers. So I'm looking at maybe doing lots of 5 by the same team, because I have so many, and separate them out by teams. And then maybe do a set of 5 for, $7 or something like that, and see if that works. But I kind of threw it back off to the side for now. Give it more thought, because it seems like that's the thing to do right now with sports cards. It's so eBay's so flooded with cheap sports cards right now. So I'm not in a hurry to do something with them. But why is this not? Is stamps.com not working again? Yep. Really? Come on now. It worked all day yesterday. It's not pulling in any of my orders. I'm probably going to have to go back to Pirate Ship. Yeah, stamps.com is not working again. Bummer. All right. Well, I'm just going to ship what I have to then today. Or at least this morning. And then I'll come back later and see if it's working. But let's get into this, and we'll talk about my plan going forward when it comes to consistent shipping raises every year. We've got this Purdue Boilermakers scarf. Just put it up yesterday or the day before, and it sold yesterday. So, sold for $12.50. Purdue Boilermakers. Let me see if I can do this one by, see, order date. Yes, there we go. Okay. And headed to Fishers, Indiana. Put this under US t-shirt. Do I have a US t-shirt? Yes. Polybag. 6.6. So of course, you know, it's going to take me a little bit longer to ship with Pirate Ship. So today I'm sporting, there was a period of time where I was buying stupid money clothes, and this was one of them, this Affliction. But I had to get this one because, you know, my band t-shirts, right? Boom. A little Testament Affliction shirt. So I remember going to Buckle and we spent like a buttload of money on shirts and pants and stuff. And I'm like, why am I spending this kind of stupid money on clothing when I can get it for, find it at the bins and it's much more fun. All right, next up we got this big piece. I'm going to have to get a box for it. Alrighty, we've got I got the price here. No, so I don't have the price. Oh yes, I do. There we go. I've got this like bomber jacket. Charles Klein, Eagle Air Command. Sold for $25. Headed to New York. Get a box for this puppy. When you step on an air bubble. So I've been thinking about the shipping thing for a while now, since it's been going up every year. Like, what am I going to do? Because the way they're going, if something doesn't change, they're going to basically eliminate small sales online. Because it's not going to be worth buying something for $5 and paying $7 shipping, right? It's going to get to the point where it's not going to be worth it. It's going to be cheaper to go out and find it at your local store. That's the only positive with the totally always increasing prices. That's kind of sent business back into stores a little bit, right? So that's at least a positive, but not positive for me. All right, let's see here. So I'm always like, well, what am I going to do? Because I sell so many smalls. And I kind of tested my theory with my cheap dollar cassettes and media and stuff. And that is one flat shipping cost for unlimited items. The only problem with that is advertising it so your customers know. Because there's no real way to do it on eBay. Unless you like type it in the description. But then who looks at descriptions anymore? I mean, you don't even really get to see the description on eBay anymore. We got Chad and Jeremy 45 record. So for $5.60, headed to Standish, Maryland. So with doing that, it's kind of almost like free shipping, but you don't lose out on onesie orders. Because the problem with me on free shipping is I have no problem doing free shipping if the person buys many, right? Because then it balances out. But even when I did free shipping for the year, I still had lots of one orders. You know, one CD, one cassette. And that's where it hurts you. When you have free shipping, you want people to come in and buy multiples because then you're making more money in the long run. So just having like $3.99 for unlimited media shipped. Actually, I do that with all my media now. $3.99 for unlimited media shipping. I'm still getting that. I'm not losing out on those onesie sales. So I'm benefiting. And then the customer's benefiting if they buy two or more. So I've been trying to think. I've been thinking about applying that to my entire store. Hats, t-shirts, one fixed price for hats. Because with hats and t-shirts in the U.S., I only charge $1 per each additional item anyway. So if I only charge one price, I'd want it to increase my number of items sold. But then again, we're coming back to how do people know about it? There's no in there. The only way you could do it like in a sale type of thing is if you put free shipping if you spend over $12 or $15. I'd have to work out the numbers to see exactly the right number that made sense to say, okay, I'll give you free shipping if you spend $15. So that's where I've been looking, because if it keeps going up, the only benefit is to buy more than one item at a time when it comes to the buyer. So, I mean, I think you're still going to have, you know, your people who just want it, don't want to go out and find it. Convenience, basically, and will pay whatever. You're still going to have that. Whoops. Qualified as media mail. What? What is your dealio? Custom weight total 12 ounces should not be higher than package weight. Huh? Oh, I'm on the international. I don't want that one. So I'll just make up one. 103.8. Qualifies as media mail. Stamps.com, why are you doing this to me? Torturing me with Pirate Shop. Torturing me, I tell you. Such a pain in the booty hole. And the thing about pirate ship too, it's not easy on the eyes. Like, it's not very organized. Stamps.com, everything's like perfectly organized. Pirate ship is just one big mess. All right, we've got some women's Sperry's. And they don't have pictures, and that's what I dislike about it too. So for $12, headed to Palm Coast, Florida. So yeah, as time goes on with shipping, that's what I'm going to eventually feel like I'm going to have to do. But I want to do it in a way where the customer knows they're getting the deal. And there's no sale or anything you can put on eBay that says $3.99 free shipping after first purchase or anything like that. So that's the hurdle I'm trying to overcome before I do it. And one of the ways is, like I said, find that number that makes sense. $15 or more free shipping type of thing. But see, I don't like that too, because then my higher items would have free shipping, you know. So it's I've got to figure it out. So something. Oh. They might have a buy 3 or more, get free shipping type of thing. That might be a way to do it. Do number of pieces as opposed to price. And I could always change the number of pieces per store category and just run several different ones. Like on media, you know. Find that number. See how many you would have to buy, say 3 or 4. Buy 4, get free shipping on media. Hats, buy 3, get free shipping. You know, figure out the numbers. But then you have the whole return thing too. If people return it, you lose out on the shipping. So that's another situation I'm not a fan of. I don't know. Like I said, hopefully another company will come in eventually and start taking over the smalls. Because, like, what's up with Amazon now? I saw Apple. I saw Apple's getting into banking, but yet we got all these banks having issues. But yet now Apple's getting into banking. It's kind of a red flag to me. Something seems a little fishy there. I don't know. We got Kiss Revenge cassette. One of their great albums. Headed to Puerto Rico. Sold for $5. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I was set at the ages, set to the age, have seen that eat their own. We're at 9:48 a.m. and I am at $232. Almost hitting my 250, the high end. So yesterday I met my new listing goal. So what I ended up doing was going in and seeing how many hats I sell per day in the last 90 days, how many CDs I sell per day, how many cassettes, and then I 3 times it. So I'll slow down my listing for the summer and do like 160 items a day instead of trying to hit 200. Plus I'll be more structured to get it done, and then I won't feel guilty when I go ride my bike, so it's going to be good. So we got Frederick Roofing hat. Headed to Centerville, Virginia. Sold for $9.50. So I think I was 1 t-shirt shy because I didn't have it. Didn't find one more, so I gotta go through some bags and boxes today, pull out more stuff for today's fill. And the way I'm setting it up is like, if I get 160 listed in one day and I start listing more, I can start adding them to tomorrow's totals. So then if I get really caught up, I could take a day off. So that's the way I'm kind of looking at it. Kind of still growing my store, being more here I go forgetting words again, getting more in check, getting more disciplined. My whip sound, disciplined. Getting more disciplined with making sure I list more hats and list my top 3 items that I sell the most of, and growing those categories, and then growing everything else underneath. And then I have t-shirts, and then I have an other category where there's 40 of them in the other category. And I want to do half clothing and then half hard goods, so that everything still grows, and I'm disciplined while making sure I am listing a variation of items every single day. So yawn, tired. Slept good last night. Of course, Vern got me up at 5 to go out and go pee. Frederick Roofing. Make sure. Seeing what's still. So I only got 4 more I have to get out today. Next up, we got some Vans sneakers. These were just put up a few days ago. Some cool print Vans sneakers. And these sold for $15.30. Headed to Springfield, Illinois. With me, I have to if I don't structure myself, I'll have days where I'm all over the place. Or I'll be like, I don't know what I want to list today. And then I waste time scrolling through something, reading something. Waste time reading, right? So 5. So giving myself a structure like this, where still within a day I can choose what I want to list first. Parcel ground, $7.50. Why does that seem cheaper than normal? Let me go back and make sure everything's correct. Oh, because it's only going to Springfield, that's why. 15 by 13 by 5, 1.14. Okay. And also I started again putting, like, when I list items, one of the things that slowed me down was coming down or taking a box up and then filling the box, bringing it down, find another box. So now I'm filling the glass cubes and it's a temporary hold spot. So then when I get my glass cubes filled, and then as I pulled today, I found a bunch more empty boxes. So that gives me that'll give me a week to 2 weeks down here selling stuff out of boxes to lower the inventory, so it'll be easier to find more empty boxes, take up, and then move over from the temporary into the permanent home spot. So it'll make it a lot quicker, and I can get more items per box. I can find emptier boxes. So far it's working out pretty good. So always changing things. That's the beauty of working for yourself. You don't have to stay stuck in a certain, you got to do it this way. You can, so many variables of changing things up. So we got Jose Luis Rodriguez CD, headed to Orlando, Florida, sold for $333. Hopefully this way will be the best of all the worlds combined, because it gives me so much variety that if I get stale doing it one way, I can just, or listing one thing, I can change it up. Like if I get on a roll with hats, instead of if I'm doing 45 hats today and I'm getting on a roll where I just want to do hats, then I can do tomorrow's 45 and just kind of, I'm trying to avoid that, but if I have to, I can. So, because I want to make sure I get a variation of everything listed every day. So, there it is. That video was 2,000 views. Yeah, 2,000 views since I put it up. Oh, yeah. I had to look up that definition of that word. Like, I've never seen that word before. What does that mean?
Succinct.
Succinct. Briefly and clearly expressed. Yeah, that's not me. I think if you shorten your videos and make them more succinct, you will get more views. Probably, but that's not me. I can't do that. Because then I'm not doing it, I don't know. I gotta feel like I don't want to feel like a preacher or a teacher, right? I want it to be more personal. Because I feel like with a lot of YouTubers, like I don't want to have that cold feel. Like when I think of certain ones who just come on and it's like they're preaching or complaining, when I'm watching it, it's very cold feeling. I don't want cold videos. Even if it does get more views and stuff, it's called My Boring Resell Life. You know, it's consistent of everything. Like those people, you don't know who the hell they are. It's very cold, very not intimate in any way, shape, or form. Sure, it's beneficial if you just want to learn something and get the hell out. But That's just that's not my personality. So I could do it, but it would just feel fake to me and I wouldn't enjoy it. So if I don't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. Even if somebody's getting benefits out of it, if I'm not happy doing it, I'm just not going to do it. So got to do it in a way where it makes me happy also on top of everything else. So, and I prefer to be original and not get as many views than be fake and get a lot of views and make more money. I don't need the money from this. This is all bonus stuff. So it's just more of a goal to try to get it my way instead of selling out or doing it in a way that I'm not comfortable with. So that's my goal with trying to grow it, but do it on my terms as opposed to what works. Because I could easily create the most prettiest video, direct, straight, this, do this, whip cold video, and it just wouldn't be fun for me. So, Ry Cooter in the Purple Valley cassette. Headed to Japan. Sold for $6. I do feel being like my personality where I'll say anything and talk about anything. It kind of, I got the word here. It does kind of take the mystery out of everything. And a lot of times the mystery is why people watch. And there's no mystery of my channel. No guessing, no question. Well, anybody can question me, but no need to question me because unless I'm wrong, I'm not, and don't know it, I'm speaking the truth. So unless I'm wrong and I don't realize it. All right, we got another CD long box. Told that story a million times, and that's another thing too with the videos. When I said that story a million times, I don't want to be like these YouTubers who are just re-vomiting the same stuff just in a different way. I mean, it just gets old, right? I mean, you can only hear the same thing so many times. So I don't want to be that person. So at least showing you different stuff, that's what makes the videos different each time. Even if you may hear some of the same stuff, the video's not focusing and vomiting the same stuff just to get views and make money on that video. I mean, some of these people out there, they're taking a topic and they could sit there in one day, make 12 different videos on the same topic and just space them out weeks in advance. And you're getting the same vomit. They're making the same amount of money because they're getting those high views because of it. Not doing that. Not going to do it. This sold for another offer came through. Sold for $333. Headed to Wisconsin. So even though my channel don't have no rules or no real format, maybe hurting it, but it's at least enjoyable for me. So that's in the US. Media mail. Oh wait, I gotta do. All right. one set up for this. Is that Vern walking in the kitchen? Yep, that's Vern. Hear him hopping. At least you don't sit at the door and whine to come down anymore. Caught up on everything I need to do? Yes. So let me just show you the rest, because hopefully stamps will start working later. I can finish this up. We got a Bolero CD, sold for $3. We got Ghostbusters 2 on cassette, sealed, sold for €18, so it's probably about $20. And this is one of those items that I would pick up at the music outlet, Country Music USA, that company. I told you about them several times in the past. So I paid 40 cents for that. And these were music outlet. And these used to come in like I would go there when I would look for those certain CDs that you heard about before. But they would also have a pack of like 9 cassettes in a pack. And they would average out to 40 cents a piece. And I'd always buy a bunch of those packs because they'd have sealed stuff in them. And I would look into them and pull out the ones. I'd buy the packs with had the one cassette I'm looking for, because the one cassette would pay for the whole pack. Like at the time, I think Ugly Kid Joe sealed was selling decently, and that would pay for the whole pack of cassettes. So I probably have a lot more of these in storage. I've probably got about 4 more in the store, but $20 a piece for them, and probably got more in storage. So. We've got an Ozzie Smith Cardinals weekend hat, sold for $6. If you're new to my videos, that does not include the shipping. I do charge. We've got Punta Kenya hat, sold for $10.50. We got a Duran Duran CD, sold for $3.33. We've got a vintage Air Force trucker hat. Been in the store for a little while, so sold for $9.50. Thought that would sell a little bit higher, but next up we got, are you ready? Hey, hey, for a hat like, yeah. We've got Puma. We've got Remington. And we've got a camouflage jeweled peace sign hat. All three sold for $23.50. We've got a Bull Riders shirt. Wrangler, sold for $6. Chief Oldfield Services hat, sold for $10.50. Got another 45, sold for $3. George Strait. Got a Gershwin vinyl, sold for $7.50. And then what sold that I didn't pull? That little Game Boy Advance piece you saw in one of the videos, that was $10. For King and Country Christmas CD, sold for $5. Reggae Dance Hall CD, sold for $5. Some Adidas basketball shoes, sold for $10. Miss Melody Diva, sold for $3 on cassette. And Joe All the Things CD promo singles, sold for $9.50. We're at 10:08 a.m. and I am at $247. Almost perfect. 250 by 10. Almost perfect. Beautiful. Let's see, I got 2 offers to take. A cassette for $5. Sure, why not? I got tons of those. Take it. Take it. And a vinyl for $3.50 that I got it for $7. No, we don't work half. It doesn't say James's Half Price Store, does it? No, it doesn't. No half price for you. All right, that's it. I'll finish this rest up this later. Get to the post office. Hopefully stamps will be working. because it still is not. So, all right, a little bit shorter today. So there's your shorter video. All right. Yeah, that's it. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later.